Hey guys, Ponce here, and since I'm doing the whole pre-recorded videos while I'm out of town thing, figured I may as well sort of show you guys what I'm doing in my off time, essentially, while I'm not playing League of Legends and streaming it and all that stuff. So let's just do an easy, like, level 50 Greater Rift, so I can talk about it and not really focus what's going on. So yeah, Diablo, it's a nice kind of turn your brain off, don't have to think about it at all, left click on things and stuff dies sort of thing. I could probably actually do higher than Torment 57 or whatever the hell was my previous highest, but I actually just completed actually not even just completed this item set, which I'll talk about at the end of the video. I'll show you guys the build, my items, and all that. So if you're actually interested in what the specific build is itself, you can skip towards the end there. But essentially, just get this going here. Yeah, I had these items in my sort of stash for the longest time, or I was doing this what's it called, exploding palm build for that, which is like a hilarious build, but this one's just better, so I switched off to it. As you can see, it's pretty basic. I've used all like the basic attack. What's this thing called, Crippling Wave, and that's my primary damage dealer. So it's a spirit generator, but because of the whole Shenlong bonus thing, for those of you guys who are aware how this works, in a sense, it becomes a spirit spender. Or rather, spirit passively spends itself, I suppose. And all my abilities are just kind of based around keeping my spirit up to negate the drain from the Shenlong set. And of course, I have like a million pets here, so. Also, the other thing about this build compared to the my previous whatchamacallit build, the exploding palm build, it's like, I don't know, 10 times the survival, it seems like. So what is aggro? I want to create a thing. Oh wait, I can't switch gear in the middle of a Greater Rift. Never mind, I'm just wasting time. So presumably with my current setup and not entirely complete gear, I could do into the Greater Rift 60s range somewhere. Like, I just did 57 right before this would... Not like extreme ease, but I mean, it wasn't... It was pretty casual affair. Skip those guys here. Oh wait, that was the right way. Can I jump here? No, it's not gonna let me jump, okay. Something to be said for actually paying attention to the game you're playing, I suppose. There's a bridge. So when I press the cooldowns, of course, my guy just like gets really strong like that and starts doing billions of damage. Not worth the time. So yeah, if I'm not doing anything, I'm draining 65 spirit, I think, per second off my character, which is not what you want, because the damage I deal is based off of... Ooh, hey, no. Actually, they're kind of low. Based off of... Whoa, wait. I didn't have one of my teleport cooldowns up. So anyway, as I was saying, the damage I deal is based off of how much spirit I have at the time. So if it gets low, I start dealing less damage, I think. Like that. We're about half done this rift. Another speed power, interesting. That's a boss right there, or an elite. Boss and elite are two distinct things in this game. That killed, no, worth my time. Density, not good enough. Let's just clean this thing up a little bit. You're fine. Open this door here. So here's the kind of funny thing. I've played this on stream, or generally kind of talked about it on stream a few times, and every time it comes up, people start asking about Path of Exile, or just even like people ask about Path of Exile a lot. And whether or not, I'm going to play the next expansion or patch or whatever the hell it is for PoE. If I think, which I like better, Diablo, Path of Exile, which is a better game, etc., etc. And I answered in a somewhat specific way, in the sense that for example, I'm playing this Diablo game right now because it's a very, as I was saying at the beginning of the game, it's a very sort of mindless, easy thing. Like, you don't have to really think about it. There's lots of pretty colors and explosions, and you know, it's a relaxing sort of entertainment. You know, if I've just finished streaming for the whole day, you know, I just kind of maybe want to take it easy with the game. Yeah, this is why I'm playing this one here. But you know, Path of Exile, of course, is sort of a much more really in-depth and essentially a better game, I suppose. So you know, if I really want to get serious about a game and you know have to think of an actual build and pay attention to what I'm doing, then I'd be playing Path of Exile. Thoughts on that, I suppose. Alright, almost done this rift, and then we can, of course, as I mentioned, get into the whole like slightly more detailed explanation of what this build is. Those of you who are very familiar with the game probably know what's going on. I mean, those of you who played monks before, but it's essentially an Ina's, part Ina's, part Thousand Storms or Storm Raiment or whatever the hell it was called. And Shenlong combination is sort of the ooh, hey, okay, I actually died because I thought I had a teleport thing and I was just kind of talking and then I was sitting inside a bunch of junk. So despite having 1.3 million HP or whatever it is, you know, you just stand in a pool of death for forever like that, you know, you will die. Explosions, of course, are also can be fatal, so we try not to stand in those. Oh yeah, I just realized I probably could have had just Diablo music turned on. Couldn't I? Normally I just have it turned off because, you know, like I said, it's a very sort of casual effect. I tend to be on vent talking about things with other people, you know, stuff like that. So Greater Rift 50, I think that's like the equivalent of Torment. I don't even, was it, what, 15 maybe? Something like that. Guardian, alright. There you go, there you go. Let's turn that thing on there. Pretty quickly. I didn't have my cooldowns. Alright, excellent. Yeah, so one of the major things that is sort of part of the build is the Simplicity Strength legendary gem. I don't even have that fully ranked up yet, because again, I just like actually noticed I had all these items in the bank yesterday, actually. So anyway, that's everything there. So 2 more rifts and I'll have that maxed out, and that'll be quite nice. We'll go back and identify all these items quickly, and then I'll show you what the actual build is here. Junk. Actually, it's not. Actually, if I swap some stuff around, that wouldn't be bad. Is just not useful. Not useful, of course. Legendary. All right, whatever. I'll just deal with items later. I'm probably gonna. Oh, there's an Ina's belt as well. Oh, it's an ancient Ina's belt. That's actually nice. That's an upgrade. I would just have to swap out the regen for vitality, and good. Yeah, that's actually very good. Alright, anyway, I'll do that in a minute. But as I was saying, in terms of build, let's look at the items. Oh, actually, let's look at the items first. That's probably the most logical way of doing it. So, Shenlong's Relentless Assault plus Shenlong's Fist of Legend. You know, the weapons themselves are not ancient, so they're not, you know, super awesome weapons, and the rolls, I think, were pretty average, it looks like. But the main thing is I just absolutely need the set bonus to make it work. So the damage of your spirit generator is increased by 1.5% for each point of spirit you have. When reaching maximum spirit, all damage is increased by 100%, but you no longer passively generate spirit, and 65% of spirit is drained every second until you run out. So basically it kind of like doubles my damage. And as you can see, my spirit sort of climbs on its own. Because of stuff we'll talk about in a minute, goes up quite quickly, and then once it's maxed out, That's of course the thing, but then it just like drains out. So basically, which I want to maintain that state where it's the spirit is uh, uh, in the process of draining, and we'll talk about the various ways I have to maintain that in a minute. Next, of course, we have a whole bunch of the Inas set. I'm using the head, the waist, the feet, the legs, and the torso, and because I only need 5 pieces because of this thing here, the jewelry thing. Hold on, let me show you guys right there. Because of the Kanai's cube, I have the Ring of Royal Grandeur as my jewelry thing. I only need 5 pieces, and I have the full set bonus, and that comes with a whole bunch of crazy stuff. It makes the mantras and the pets really, really good. And that works in conjunction again also with the crudest boots, which I have stuck in my Kanai cube slot. Mystic Ally summons 2 Mystic Allies that fight by your side. So basically I have double the guys. And I believe that does stack with the Ina's 6-piece set, where gain the 5 ruined Mystic Allies at all times, and your damage increased by 50% for each Mystic Ally you have. And I have double the Mystic Allies while having them all out for free to begin with. So that's quite nice there. The other thing, this is just kind of a whatever. We have the Traveler's Pledge plus Compass Rose, 50%, or while moving, damage taken is reduced by up to 50%, while standing still, damage is increased by up to 100%. So stand still, take lots of extra damage, move around, take less. And aside from that, here's the other thing I was talking about, raiment of 1,000 storms. We have that on the shoulders and the gloves because I can stick them there without interrupting or getting in the way of the Ina set. And just the 2 set bonus gives you your spirit generators. So my basic attack, this thing here, generators have 25% increased attack speed and 100% increased damage. So basically just trying to stack that up as much as possible. And see this thing here, you guys have been probably seeing that blinking the whole time. It's a Covenant of Elements. It just cycles through different elemental types, dealing extra damage based on that. The one I want is fire because my primary damage dealing mechanism, Crippling Wave, is fire damage. So when you guys might have seen, if you're looking really closely, damage spiking up really high every once in a while. That was when this thing had cycled around to fire specifically. So if you're really keen on it, you can like time your abilities and stuff to correspond with the fire proc there. I believe that's it for items, yeah. So let's, I suppose, Kanai's Cube, one more thing. The Flying Dragon, chance to double your attack speed when attacking. So basically I just have double attack speed pretty much all the time when I'm attacking because I'm already attacking so fast anyway. So next, abilities. Well, this is Paragon levels, it doesn't really matter, it's pretty basic stuff. So abilities, let's start with this. Crippling Wave, we have the Mangle version. So basically it's just I deal like lots of damage with fire damage because, well, it's lots of damage. And also, of course, with Crippling Wave, how does this work again? Yeah, debuffs people around you. Inner Sanctuary, it's probably like the least useful thing on the bar, just because you have to stop attacking to do it and it consumes. Actually, it doesn't consume spirit, does it? It's just free. But basically, you kind of stop attacking. But it is a free bonus damage thing, so it's kind of whatever. Dashing Strike, just because I want to move faster. And, like you guys saw, when I wasn't paying attention, if you stand in 60 explosions when you've killed a whole bunch of elites, you will die. So in those instances, you probably just want to kind of jump out. And it'll help you just kind of move around the map faster and clear things. Mystic Ally. So you guys see I already have like all these free Mystic Allies, but if I press the button, basically all kinds of crazy stuff happens. Perhaps the most noticeable thing is the fact that it just kind of fills my spirit right away. So yeah, if I'm sitting on no spirit, I just kind of want to get it back. I start doing the extra damage with that thing again. Epiphany, I take the what's it called, the Desert Shroud version. So basically I just take less damage and buff myself and get extra spirit, I believe. Increase spirit regeneration, etc., etc. Breath of Heaven. This thing just sort of makes me get more than double spirit per auto attack when I have it active, and it's up like, well, it's free, cooldown is 15 seconds, and the thing lasts for 5 seconds. It's actually shorter than 15 seconds, because I do have a bit of cooldown reduction from items, but that's that. And yeah, so that's kind of abilities there. I guess we have the, I should probably look at the passives. I personally use Harmony, Seize the Initiative, Alacrity, and Guardian's Path. So basically just passive buffs. I could probably replace some of these with other things. For example, like maybe, you know, some more defensive buffs. Like I'd take like Sixth Sense, or what's another good one? I was looking at this earlier. I was like, there's probably a few things I could swap out and it wouldn't be bad. Beacon of Guitar would be really nice, since like my guy just gets a lot stronger when I have these other abilities up, and I'd have cooldown reduction. But I probably, again, like I just started using this build the other day, so I haven't like completely optimized it, but I think we're working at sort of a, you know, a relatively nice starting point here. From here on out, there's not actually a hell of a lot of gear I want. Mainly, I think I just want to max out Simplicity's strength quickly, so that's 2 more rifts. I'll have that in, so I'll probably do that well after I close this video, maybe. And I really want upgraded weapons, like better weapons, if at all possible, ancient versions of the thingers. Other than that, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that I want to replace gear-wise. Maybe some like better jewelry, or somehow work in a better setup. But gear itself, yeah, I guess we're going for legendary stuff. So yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. And as I said, I'm actually, I have this set to pre-upload or pre-go public on my YouTube channel. I'm actually out of town, so I'll see you guys, with actual live-ish sort of stuff. Well, I guess probably Monday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.